What's Poppin Toppings, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome if you are new. Today I am going to be talking about Paralives. Paralives is an upcoming dollhouse life simulation indie game for PC and Mac. Create some characters and manage their lives the way you want inside around an open world. The creator of this game is Alex Massey, and the team is made up of a small collection of game developers. This game will be available on Steam upon release, so make sure to wishlist it. And also, if you guys want to support this game, you support them on Patreon. You can join their Discord, follow them on Twitter and on YouTube. I am so excited for this game to come out. So the topic of discussion in this Paralives video is the Paramaker. The Paramaker is the place in which your crazy ideas can come to life. You can give your para any look that you wish. Now, I mustn't forget about the recent video that the team has released about this feature. I cannot count on my fingers how many times that I've watched that video. I love it so much. So firstly, let's talk about going into how do we get into Paramaker. So there are actually two different ways that you can do this. So in the first ever video that we saw of a para, which was Meet Maggie, you can click on the dresser and it says open Paramaker, and it doesn't require a loading screen. The second way to do this is to click on a mirror and you have the option to edit your para, and it'll do the exact same thing. Not too sure if this is how it is gonna be now or if there are any changes, but this is just what I saw from the process of Paralives. Now that we're into Pam, good old Pam, we are going to look at how we name our paras. So the Paralives team also released a video on naming your paras, so they automatically start off as nameless. You have various different options. The name options are extremely customizable. You can have a nickname, last name, middle name, first name, all of that. She has a really long name, guys. Margaret Vaughn. So that is the name feature. Now let's get into actually customizing our paras. Quite a lot to talk about here. So let's go from head to toe. So firstly, we're going to talk about the hairs. Now we aren't shown many hairs in the Paramaker. In fact, I don't even think we're shown hairs at all. But I just wanted to talk about the fact that we have hair physics. So this was a little gif that I saw on the Paralives Twitter that they have we have hair physics. There are so many sliders and things that you can do to manipulate how your para is going to look like. Introducing the new slider system. Now, it used to be the push-pull system, but apparently owned by EA, so no other game can use a push-pull tool to customize any type of character. So they had to redo that one, and instead they came up with this new slider system. The slider system is both numerical and you can also drag it as well. So there's a slider option, and then you can input some numbers. So it's nice in that sense that you have two ways to do it. They also have a scale where you can move some things around in certain areas. It's very hard to explain, but when you watch the video you'll understand what I'm talking about, where you can like move it in different areas within a graph, and it'll change according to where you move it. Let's talk about what is available with the Paramaker. In the body tab, we have body, we have chest, bottom body shape, body hair, tattoos, body freckles, skin, face, hair, and makeup. In the skin tab, we have the option where you can literally customize the skin to your heart's content. You have a base skin tone, you have highlights, shadows, and blush. and I love the way that they do this. The way that the paras look, oh, they look so good. They look phenomenal. And then in the face tab, we have eyes, nose, mouth, teeth, facial hair, ears, face freckles, and scars. We probably even have more, but this is just from what I can see. In the eyes, we have eyebrows and eyelashes. In the face section, we have a beauty spot as well. So moving on to the clothing tab, we have tops, bottoms, and in the bottoms tab we have casual bottoms, fancy bottoms, underwear bottoms, shorts, swimsuit bottoms, pajama bottoms, snow bottoms, and test bottoms. Now I don't think the test bottoms are going to be there, but they may be there, I'm not sure. In the tops, we have casual tops, fancy tops, tank tops, bras, swimsuit tops, pajama tops, and then we have coats. And in the coat section, we have snow coats and test tops again. We also have more tabs below the tops and the bottoms. We have full body outfits, shoes and socks, casual shoes, fancy shoes, sport shoes, winter shoes, sandals, and socks. So under the description of the Paramaker overview video, they note some key features that they've added in to the PAM. So we have equip any outfit regardless of the Parafolk's gender, which is a tick tick tick, all of the skin tones, freehand tattoo placement and scaling, mole placement and scaling, realistic fat and muscle sliders, changeable patterns for some clothes, improved height slider, Adam's apple adjustment, heterochromia, and various facial and body hair for parafolks of any gender. And speaking of the eyelashes, we can also see that the eyelashes are different colors for each para, and I think that's a subtle detail to note, but they do have different eyelash colors. Now on Twitter, there are actually teeth and tongue options for the slider. Actually, we can see the teeth here. See mouth, nose, teeth, facial hair, and ears. So you are able to change those little things there, but we have teeth and we have tongues as well. Look at this picture that they have on the Paralives Twitter from the different customizable features using the new Paralives slider. Alright, next guys, I'm going to talk about the little features that you might not have noticed in these new Paramaker videos. I literally went through them with a fine-tooth comb trying to pick and pull out different features that you may not notice while watching this. So the first feature I noticed is that the paras actually follow wherever the mouse goes. So their eyes and their heads might move a little bit depending on where your mouse is. So that was something that I noticed. Another thing that I saw, and this was actually from a comment, but with the new para Marvin, his palms are actually lighter than his skin, which is a common thing that life simulation games don't put in. They usually make the entire palm the same color. So this little detail was something so special, and it's so different. And the fact that they put it in there just goes to show that they pay attention. Another thing to note about the Paramaker is that in the older version of the game, you could actually go in and name the different outfits that you wanted your para to make. Now I'm not sure if this is still an option, but you could still do it, you know, and I just thought I would put that in there as well. Another thing that I think is really good to know is that the background changed in each para. So like for example, Maggie is in this nice little room that kind of looks like a mall. I would say it looks like she's in like a mall changing room, or she is just in like her own dressing room. And then we go to like Sebastian and Marvin, and they are in this like whole photo shoot-esque getup. So it's nice to see that it is different. You can change that. You can change, you know, where your para is gonna be at. Another thing that I will talk about is the accessories, guys. Your paras can have accessories, Both Marvin and Sebastian have rings. Maggie has a watch and she has a necklace on, and also if you pay attention, she also has her nails painted, which is really, really cool. And for last year's Halloween season, we actually saw Maggie dressed up as a scarecrow, and let me just say, she nailed the outfit. Black lipstick, and all. She looked amazing. They also have toenails. So now let's talk about what we see on top. So on top, in the top UI, we have the body, clothing, identity, and a couple other icons that we might not be sure what those mean. So for the body, we know that it comes with the body, chest, bottom body shape, body hair, tattoos, body freckles, skin, face, hair, and makeup. In the clothing section, we know it comes with all sorts of tops, bottoms, shoes, and socks. And then for the identity, now we don't know really what is in there. We don't know what identity is. Now I'm gonna assume that this is where you're going to name your para, because that would only make sense. So I think it's only what you're gonna name your para and things like that. I'm not sure if they have any other features though, but I feel like this is where you're going to decide your para's name. This is where you're going to decide your para's like favorite color or something like that, if they add that in. And then we shift a little bit closer to the right. We have 6 icons. Not too sure what these mean, babes. Not too sure. I couldn't tell you what that first jumping icon is. I've been looking at it for some time, trying to decipher what that means. No idea. I have no idea. The second one is giving genetics. So it's like, this possibly looks like where you're going to be able to choose and mix genetics of your para. Oh my gosh, the first one might mean where you can like save your para, like have them saved in your bin or whatever, like you do in The Sims 3, when you can just save them in your bin and stuff. I think that might be the one. And then the one with the like and the dislike, that to me looks like where you can choose your para's likes and dislikes. Now I'm not sure if this is confirmed in the game, but guys, what else does that mean, Next, we have a little page that says log, and I feel like this is where you can write a description for what your para is. Like Sebastian actually has his own description. Let me read that. Now Maggie doesn't have a description from what I see, but we definitely have a description for Sebastian. Sebastian was raised by his grandmother, who was a fantastic cook. She taught him everything she knew and dreamed of opening a restaurant with her grandson. Growing up, Sebastian started to rebel. He fell into some bad habits and bad company, and he lost contact with his family. During a party with his questionable friends, he met Lucas and they desperately fell in love with each other. So, they decided to quit everything and escape from their lives. They started to travel around the world, and Sebastian rediscovered his love for food and rare ingredients, collecting herbs and mushrooms everywhere. After a while, they decided to settle down, got married, and adopted a child together. They were happy, but Lucas died in a tragic accident. Sebastian is now determined to save his family and to give his child a bright future. He wants to make things right and accomplish his grandma's old dream of opening a restaurant. If you want to know more about him, you will need to gain his trust, and maybe he will share you some of his secrets. So that is Sebastian's backstory. So I feel like that might be what that little icon means. No idea, but I'm just going to assume. And then obviously we have a little check mark for when you are finished creating your para. So the very last thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is the difference in Maggie and Sebastian. Let's start at the very, very, very beginning with Miss Margaret Vaughn. The only thing I'd say that's changed for her is her outfits and obviously the animation the animation styling. She definitely has the same button nose, same eyes, same eyebrow shape, same lips, same freckles and blush, and she of course has her original hairstyle, and I love that they didn't change that. Her hair is one of the main things that have stayed the same from beginning to end. So let's talk about Sebastian. Seb has come a long way. Okay, so Seb starts off with, like, in the first one, he definitely was a little bit more top heavy, and his bottom half was a little bit more slimmer, a little bit more thinner, let's say. And I don't think he necessarily looked bad. The only thing is that he honestly, no, I don't really have any bad things to say. I'm just gonna say it, like, it's literally just an improvement. I don't think he looked bad in this first rendition, but I feel like they definitely made him look a lot more realistic, in the sense that his body is more cohesive with each other, if that makes any sense. So, like, in this first one, his shoulders are like way bulky, and then it goes, I don't really know how to explain it, but he doesn't look bad in any of these, and I feel like they just made him look a lot more realistic. The Sebastian now looks a lot better, and there he is with his rings and his tattoos. They kept his tattoo as well, so that is something to know as well. And he has his beard. He looks great. Sebastian looks great. I love Sebastian. And did I forget to mention, guys, that we have a height slider and a little kid, Eli. Eli is Sebastian's adopted son. He is so cute, and he looks like a sassy little boy. He looks like a sassy little kid, but I love him so much. So now I'm going to talk about some of the comments that people have made in the video. So this one says, I love that the body types aren't locked to gender. The inclusivity I'm already seeing makes me really happy and even more excited for this game. Look at those building pieces. I love the plant, those hooks, and the camera equipment. I love it too. There's so much free range with customization in both the Paramaker and in actual gameplay for building. This looks awesome. This is the first time I've come across it, and I'll be waiting with my money ready. Regarding the height sliders, because this is in development, I'd like to respectfully point out that people have different torso, leg, and arm lengths, which would make things look more realistic when changing the height. I would love to see the fat and muscle sliders have more upper range so that we could create really diverse body types. The fat para is not actually very fat, and the muscular para isn't that swole. Other than that, the graphics are beautiful. The fact that you can change things like the Adam's apple size, waist height, and posture is astonishing to me. Best get Maggie a mask. I love how the meshes show up where you can drag things like tattoos and moles around on it. I can literally make me look even more realistic with mole placements and tattoos. Can't wait for the release. This is a small detail, but I love how Marvin's palms are a lighter shade than the rest of his hand. So many people make people of color's hands all one tone. It's a detail I always look for. I love how their expressions aren't too over the top like on Sims. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of my Sims jump and Okay, let me get through this. I'm so tired of my Sims jump and clapping their feet in the air whenever I click on the good tree. Oh my gosh, right. Excited for this, and I'm so looking forward to the identity tab. That is what I'm most interested in, customizing not just how the Parafolk look, but who they are. And that is a amazing statement. That is so true, because you want to really like make your para feel like they have, you know, a personality, Just notice the lips. Oh my goodness, the lips. I can't make my lips correctly in Sims without mods because I have a very dark upper lip and a very pink lower lip. But while looking at the thumbnail, I realized they all had different color lips. This is actually true. All of the paras have a different color lip, and I just love how real looking they are even though they have a cartoon style. We get to make real para with these skin details like the belly rolls. I do enjoy how the customization for building and these characters is coming along, but I'm still wondering how this will all play out for gameplay, because this all means nothing if gameplay is no good, especially when they interact and the animations will look wonky when they interact. Not too excited until I see that. This is a reoccurring type of comment, is people want to see gameplay, and while it is understandable, I think you need to look at the fact that paras, you're not going to have gameplay if you don't have paras. So being able to actually make the paras first is the first step, because how are you supposed to get gameplay without people to play the game with, you know what I mean? So give it a little bit of time. It's looking like a pretty impressive character creator, but I do hope the character shaders get an overhaul. They kind of clash with the environment being unaffected by lighting and shadows. Also, the voices are so well done, I love it. Small detail, but the nose is moving when they breathe. That's really cool. It's like they're alive. A lot. This cartoony style is really refreshing. Makes me think that this game isn't going to need a supercomputer, and that's awesome. And this was actually liked by the Paralives YouTube channel. So, guys, they may be optimizing this for the plebeians of computers and laptops. But also to mention on that fact, it is only going to be available for the foreseeable future for PC and laptops and computers and things like that. Wow, heterochromia, the Adam's apple, scaling on the suits for female figure, conforming to the bust without clipping. The details in character customization, I'm in love with how much effort went into this. Really shows how indie studios with passion can topple AAA studios. First off, Marvin is a dashing lad. Second, I love the simple slider feature for body proportions adjusting. I'm someone who is spatially challenged and has less than optimal fine motor skills, so the simplicity of the clicky sliders is a huge bonus. And that is it for this video. If you guys liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already. And also, if there are any details that you noticed that I may have missed, don't be afraid, okay? Don't be shy. Put some more. Don't be shy. Put some more. Put some more comments in the video and tell me. Put some more comments down and tell me if I missed anything, because I would love to see all of these different features, you know, and kind of create like a theory of what we can expect to see next. And also, Paralives do have various forms of ways you can follow them. So you can follow them on Twitter, on YouTube, on Patreon, and on Discord. I would suggest Patreon and Discord the most, because first off, on those two you're getting content that you haven't really seen before, and you're gonna get it there first as well. And also the Discord just offers a lot of crazy ideas, and you can also join in on the brainstorming sessions. This month the brainstorming session is focused on town activities and festivities. Last time it was foods, and it was cooking, and it was generations as well. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.